Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well. So today I'm going to be showing you 10 mistakes in Rainbow Six Siege that are secretly ruining your aim. Even if you can only correct a couple of these mistakes, you will see a noticeable difference in your gunfights. So if you do find this video helpful, make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year, and I'd really appreciate the support. Tip number one is to have good crosshair placement. So one of the biggest mistakes that is hurting your aim significantly is not having good crosshair placement. You always want to have your crosshair at head level, and so your crosshair placement is basically where your crosshair is sitting before the fight starts, and most players don't really aim at head level, so that's why they lose a gunfight, because one well-placed bullet is better than three badly placed ones. On top of that, if your crosshair is already at like head level when you swing them, you have to barely move your mouse. You just have to click the shoot button. But then if it's like too low or too high, you have to flick to them, and that tiny adjustment could be the difference between life and death. Also, adjust your crosshair placement to sound cues such as someone crouch walking, someone sprinting, or someone proning. And tip number two is to clear every angle. So how many times have you just like walked into a room and then just get instantly deleted? That's not bad luck. It's just because you didn't clear every angle before you entered. So most Siege players they don't actually clear the room properly. They just walk in and hope no one's there. They swing the room wide, they expose themselves to several angles at once, and then they get deleted instantly. Make sure to clear one angle at a time. When you enter a doorway, don't just sprint in, don't just swing everything. You want to swing one angle and then the other one, and then check all of them before you enter the room. Now the third tip is to pre-fire way more. So in Siege, players don't randomly sit in spots. They play power positions. So like maybe they could be close rights with a shotgun, because that way no one can challenge them, or they might be behind the bomb chassis, so you can't really shoot them. Learn all of these common spots, you can then in turn pre-fire them. So when you clear a room, your crosshair should be already onto the place where they most likely are, and then to add on to that, you want to press the trigger. So you're not reacting to them, you're anticipating them. That's the difference. You don't clear rooms with confidence, you clear them with paranoia. Assume someone is like ratting in a spot. Assume someone's behind every corner. Assume someone's behind every desk. Because the second you don't check, someone's gonna be there. Now, tip number 4 is holding passive angles. Oh, so I want you to picture this. The plant is down, you planted the bomb, 30 seconds left on the clock, so around 3/4 away. And then you're holding an angle aggressively onto the doorway. You're contesting the defender, and then you get absolutely shredded. So hold a passive angle, which is an angle that forces the attacker or defender to peek into you instead of you peeking into them. Combine passive holding with sound cues. So listen for footsteps or planting or defusing, and then you want to swing off those sound cues. You don't randomly want to take a 50-50 gunfight. Tip number 5 is to play the objective instead of playing for kills. This tip is small, but it's going to be massive for your win rate. In Siege, kills don't always win rounds. The objective does. Even if there's 10 seconds left on the clock, do not challenge the attacker and force a 50-50 gunfight. Even if you get the kill, what have you accomplished? A meaningless statistic. Instead, play the objective. Deny the plant by sound baiting them or killing them when they get on the plant. Do not take the 50-50 gunfight. Force your enemies to make mistakes, not yourself. Think of it like chess. You don't attack unless it guarantees an advantage. Let the attacker overcommit, panic, or make the risky play. Your job is to capitalize without putting yourself in unnecessary danger. Objective focus plays wins rounds. Kill focus plays just gets you roasted by your teammates for absolutely no reason. So tip number 6 is using your movement for micro adjustments. So this one's going to be a bit of a niche one, but let's say the enemy is slightly to the left of your crosshair. Most players instinctively drag their mouse to line up. That's fine, but honestly, it's pretty slow. It's going to be slower because you have to make that micro adjustment. And if you overflick or underflick, you're going to be fried. Instead, tap a movement key. Press A to go to the left, press D to go to the right. If your body shifts, your crosshair will naturally shift with it. And even more advanced option is to use your leaning keys for more micro adjustments. Like if they're slightly left, but you don't really have time to press your movement keys, you can press Q to move your crosshair left. Tip number 7. Giving yourself an advantage in the gunfight. Stop taking 50-50 gunfights. That's literally gonna kill you, like, instantly. Like, you could just get unlucky and he's gonna fry you. Instead, you want to stack the odds in your favor. Use your utility. You can use flashbangs, smokes, impact grenades to disrupt or blind the enemy before your entry. Just one flashbang can change an entire gunfight, because killing someone who's blind is obviously going to be way easier than killing someone who isn't. Just one single well-placed gadget can give you control of the fight before bullets are even fired. Now, this also ties into tip number 8, which is to play off your gadgets. Your gadgets aren't just there for utility, they're tools to control the fight. Take Legion, for example. You drop a goo mine under a window. If an attacker jumps in, you have multiple options. You can swing off the audio key. You can pressure them because they're slowed by the Legion mine. Or you can bait them into taking damage by pressuring them like a sound fade. Think about it. You're forcing them to react to you, not the other way around. And the more you can control their movement and decisions, the easier your gunfights become. The 9th tip is to drone properly. Droning isn't just something you have to do. It's information control. Randomly throwing away your drones at the start of the round and scrolling
watch
TikTok,
me, please.
that's wasted potential. Proper droning means you clear most common angles, so then you can pre-fire them, and you can also use that information to communicate to your team. An example is you're pushing master bedroom on Oregon. Your teammates are all at attic and big window. Who's watching master? You. You have to drone behind the closet, you have to drone behind the bed, you have to check the desk and the trophy area, you have to confirm whether main stairs and armory is clear. By the time you enter, you already know, like, most of the areas are clear, reducing your guesswork and risky peeks. Good droning turns what would be blind pushes into calculated controls entries. So the most important tip, which is also the last one, is to play confident.
Oh my god.
This one impacts everything else. If you're shaking in a gunfight like it's negative 10 degrees outside, your aim is worse. If you hesitate, you misplay.
Yo, holy horrible aim.
You lose a fight before the fight even starts. Confidence means cleaner mechanics and smarter decisions. Tips to play confident are to warm up before your matches, remind yourself of your true potential, and to trust yourself. Play like you're the best person in the lobby. Not cocky, not reckless, just pure confidence. If you're shaking like a turkey, you're not gonna win any round ever. And that's it. Those are 10 ways to start instantly winning more gunfights in Rainbow Six Siege.